What is going on, everybody? My name is Conor Lawler. Welcome to another week of Hero Zero. This is the Heroes for Hire podcast. We are back again talking one comic book character as we do every single week. We talk their good points, their bad points, and we just generally give you a bit of a rundown about all these random, stupid comic book characters.
Jeez,
I am joined, as always, by a random stupid boy himself, Sean.
No.
Sean, how's it going?
Oh man, my feelings are hurt.
He's been
I
got.
admire what you did there.
He's been got early.
I got. We are going through the worst storm in many ways because Ireland has a storm right now, but it's so boring. Nothing happened, but we got a load of weather alerts.
Yeah, it was really weird. Like, we're recording this Friday morning, and last night was meant to be like really, really rough, and then it was just like a gentle breeze. For Irish people, like, that's all constant, so that was no different in the weather.
So really, yeah, we had the same weather we usually have.
Oh no, it rained. Oh, I'm shocked.
How we will rebuild.
I drowned. Right. This is Hero Zero. This is week 50, Sean, but technically this is the 51st Hero Zero. Let's not get into that. But it's week 50. So I said this week what we're going to be doing is, as promised, I said I would do Nightwing at episode 50.
Yes.
What I have done now is I'm not doing Nightwing at episode 50 because
you backed out on your promise.
I've backed out of my promise because everyone knows, don't trust me. I'm a snake. I'm a snake in the grass, right? But
right.
No, so everyone knows Nightwing is my if you're new here, Nightwing is my favourite character. And
Little Dicky.
Little Dicky, I love Little Dicky. So we're going to be doing Little Dicky at episode 52, just because that's the year episode and the new 52. It's very strenuous links, but they're there.
But it's all tied in.
Somehow. So that means week 50. And I had trouble with week 50, Sean, because it is my week.
Yes, it is.
I gotta pick a comic book character to tell you about. You don't know who
you
these
usually
people
do
are.
DC, I do Marvel.
Exactly. So I scoured DC and I was like, right, I have to find a good one. But then I remembered, if I'm doing Nightwing, like, anyone I do with episode 50 is just gonna look bad.
Yeah, because you can't live up to that.
No. So what I said, I'd go the complete opposite way and pick one of the worst characters I've ever thought of or seen or just come across.
Jesus, okay.
Yes. And it is a Batman villain.
Jason Todd.
Got him again. He's dead.
I got beaten to death.
Whee! No, this week we are doing a super villain. The most villainous of all the villains, Sean, called the Ten-Eyed Man.
The Ten-Eyed Man?
The Ten-Eyed Man, Sean. You know nothing about this character, I can already tell.
No idea what's about to happen. I'm a bit scared and a lot confused.
That's just your general state, though, in fairness.
Yeah, you're right.
So, the Ten-Eyed Man, Sean. I know what you're thinking. A guy with 10 eyes. That's a man to be feared. That is a man that you don't want to fuck with. Well, this character first made his appearance in 1970, Batman 226. His name, Philip Reardon. His creators were Frank Robbins, Irv Novick, and Dick Giordano. Little Dicky was there too. Don't worry about it.
You really went for the pronunciation on that dude's last name.
I'm very good at pronouncing things. Everyone who listens to Weird News is like, no, he's not.
No, he's absolutely not.
He gets every name wrong. Give me this one time. So, I know I'm not going to get into his powers just yet. What I will do is I'll give you a little backstory to Philly Reardon. What's his story?
What is the story? How did he get 10 eyes?
Well, here we go. Philip Reardon is a former Vietnam War veteran, Sean, and security guard. Right? So veteran Philip Reardon of the US Special Forces in Vietnam had been nicknamed Three-Eye Reardon with a grenade. So he was already called Three-Eye. Okay?
But he hadn't reached his full power yet.
He hadn't reached his full... He was just some dude that I assume, I don't know, had good eyesight, so they just called him Three-Eye Reardon. I don't know, why would you call someone with three-eye, but that's fine. When he was in war and a grenade fragment went off beside him and it left an indentation scar on his forehead, which meant the Three-Eye Reardon nickname stuck.
So a man got injured and they made fun of him for it.
Oh, well, that is the height of comedy, though, in fairness. Like, it's a good one.
Absolutely. Look, they took it and they ran with it.
If 9 people are laughing and only 1 person's sad, that's a good ratio, Sean. I think that's pretty decent. So, he's in war, he gets injured. Of course, he gets sent home. A big bomb went off in his face, which would hinder anybody, to be fair.
That gets you a free plane ticket, if anything.
Yeah, so they send him home, right? And his eyes are a bit... obviously a grenade went off in his face, so his eyes are still recovering. So he comes home from war, and he's thinking, what do I do with myself? What do I do with my life now? And what he decides to do is that he takes a job as a security guard in a warehouse. I mean, it's pretty good. So he takes a job as a security guard when he returns to Gotham City. He then convinced a gang of thieves that he had eyes in the back of his head to...
Bringing us up to 5 eyes.
So he is the security guard of this warehouse. And he's talking to these mobsters, and these mobsters want to get into this warehouse and get whatever it is. It's not really explained. They just want whatever's in the...
They just like the look of the warehouse.
It's the 1970s. Comic books are simple. There's a big warehouse. It's got something valuable. These guys want the fucking stuff, and this guy he's a security guard. So they're like, right, we get in, and we're like, we'll give you a bit of money. You let us in. Okay.
And he said, "Oh, money."
He's like, money, indeed. I think also he wanted to be part of the gang. So this was his way of getting in.
It was peer pressure, really.
They were all smoking at the same time. They were like, "You're not cool if you don't join us."
And then they all jumped off a bridge and he followed them.
"What are you, a narc?" That's what they said to him. And he said, "Yeah, I want to join in." So he lets them in, and while they're there, they accidentally set off a bomb, right?
Oh, God.
And no, they set off, I think it's either a smoke bomb or a flash grenade. One of them in some sort of, when they're taking over the warehouse. This leads to him being very disorientated and suffering blurred vision. Okay?
Well, it would, wouldn't it?
Because he is meant to still be the security guard. So they throw a grenade, a smoke grenade or whatever, and they blind them. And so now he's like triple blinded. He's already had a grenade blown off.
But he's had his front 3 eyes blinded, and then these 2 eyes in the back of his head are presumably also blinded.
It's never mentioned how he just has 5 eyes. No, he has 2 eyes, but it's a whole series of events.
The other 3 are fictional.
Very fictional. So it's a series of events that leads to this dude getting a fucking smoke grenade or a flash grenade explode in his face, and he can't really see. And he's blurred, and he's the security guard for this warehouse. So all these guys are running in, they're stealing things. He unwittingly staggers into the scene in the warehouse. Arriving on the scene, Batman assumed he was a thief, of course.
No.
And so Batman arrives, and he's like, this robbery's going on. He assumes this guy is a thief. And Reardon, you have to remember, his eyesight, a bit blurry. He can't really see that well. All he sees is a shape. He's like, I better attack. This is one of the monsters that threw the grenade at me. They've double-crossed me. So he starts attacking the Dark Knight.
Well, seems like a fair fight. A blind man versus a known killer.
Yeah. This is Zack Snyder, so he has a big gun. He just blows him away with a shotgun. So Batman turns up and Reardon starts fighting him. And while they're fighting, the gangsters, they accidentally... Or not accidentally, I think it's on purpose. They blow up the warehouse, okay?
Yeah, you wouldn't really do that on accident, would you?
No, yeah, it's kind of like they let a load of C4 or die. I don't know, it's one of them. They left one of those bombs and it's got the little wire coming out of it slowly burning down. One of them right in the middle of it.
And they're all trying to like lick their fingers and put it on the end of the fuse.
Yeah, they're all just throwing it to each other. Oh no. But so they blow up the building, and what happens is that the explosion burns Philip Reardon's retinas. Okay?
So he's lost the use of his eyes?
You would yes, he is basically blind. the explosion, of course, all the flames, they affect his eyes. Batman is affected in the explosion also. It's said that his eyesight was damaged, but like I think he builds some sort of device that helps him see, so it's perfectly fine.
So are Batman's eyes damaged now, in canon?
In this comic book, Jesus, Sean,
okay.
None of this matters in the grand scheme of things. This is the introduction to Philip Reardon. He has a fight with Batman. You know, like, Batman could get fucked up by Mr. Freeze, and then he makes like a freeze suit specifically for Cole. Like, it's one of those where something happens and he has to build something, a gadget, to overcome it.
It's a gadgety comic. Okay,
it's a gadget.
Now I'm on board.
So his eyes are slightly damaged, but he can't really. He's kind of blurred vision, whereas Reardon's eyes basically get burned. His retinas are burned completely off. Okay, I don't know if "off" is the right word.
Yeah, I don't know if they can come off, but they get very badly damaged.
Look, I'm not an eye expert. What the fuck do you want from me? Right, so the explosion goes off, and the gangsters, seeing the fact that this guy who helped them get in, they have a change of heart. They think, maybe he's not all that bad. They bring him to an ophthalmologist? I think that's how it's pronounced. Dr. Engstrom.
Might as well be.
Right?
Dr. who?
And Dr. Engstrom.
Engstrom, okay. I trust him.
Dr. Engstrom has been doing a lot of experimental work, Sean. And here's the thing. This is I haven't mentioned this power yet. So, what do we know about Reardon so far? He was once called the Three-Eye Reardon. He's had a grenade exploded in his face. A whole warehouse exploded in his face. He's having terrible trouble.
Having a bad time of it, alright.
Yeah. So, Dr. Engstrom says, I can't save your eyes. But what I can
explode this in your face.
I have these grenades. No, he says, I can't save your eyes. But what I do, I can get an experimental surgery that is very, very, very rare. I'm the only one working on this surgery. And how the surgery works, here we go, is that he will reconnect Reardon's eyes to the tips of his fingers, so that he will be able to see through all of his fingertips, and then have 10 eyes, Sean.
What? That's... Surely it's easier to connect them to the brain, because it's right there.
No, you see... No, don't be silly. So his optic nerves are just going to be in his fingertips.
So he has wires running from his eyes to his hands.
Yes.
Jesus. Like... Did this doctor hear about this dude's interaction with various eye-related injuries? And he's just like, I'm going to fuck with him even more.
Oh, I don't know. So this is their big saving point. This poor guy's had explosions going off his face. Go on.
Also, Connor, a lot of blind people can see with their hands.
Yes. But, well, he has literal eyes on his fingertips.
Oh, he has actual eyeballs.
Oh, no, he can see through his fingertips.
Okay, but it's important for me to know, is there literal eyeballs on the end of each of his fingers?
I'm pretty positive there is, yes.
Okay, good. Where did he get those 10 eyeballs?
I don't know. Dr. Engstrom's been experimenting for a long time. He's
had a lot of failed experiments.
Yeah, he had to crack a few eggs to make an omelette, Sean. You know what I mean? Like, a few people lost their eyes, but
just don't make an omelette.
That meant a few people had to walk so Philip Reardon could run, Sean. That's what the phrase is about, right? So
okay, now it makes sense.
Philly Reardon then has 10 eyes. He's a 10-eyed man, Sean.
He's a 10-eyed man.
He's a 10-eyed man, but now he's blind in his actual eyes.
Yeah, well, that figures.
Because
then he'd be 12-eyed Reardon.
He would be 12. He'd be overpowered. 10 is enough. So he's got the 10 eyes, and what he does is he blames Batman for his blindness. For
Everyone
what happened
likes
to him.
Blame Batman, don't they?
It's a cliche, but it something happens in a warehouse, and the guy who gets blown up blames Batman. It's a classic story.
It's a trope.
It's a trope, and so he's like, Batman's the fucking worst. I fucking hate Batman. And he's correct, but I mean, I don't know in this specific thing, it's Batman's fault that warehouse exploded. But what can you do?
Yeah. In many ways, he was the one who let in the goons that exploded the warehouse.
Absolutely. So, he then dresses up as the villain, the 10-eyed man, Sean. Now, you have to remember, he was an army, he was in the army, he was a soldier, he's a good fighter, he's tough, he's strong, he's perfectly placed as a villain. Like, he can put it up to Batman, except for the whole, like, blindness. But he has now fingers. Now he can see through 8 times as many things as previous.
He would never put his hands in his pockets. If he had his finger on the trigger of a gun, like, he's gripping anything. That's one hand essentially that's 5 eyes useless.
Now here's the thing, you've kind of hit across the fact of how he's defeated, but we'll get to that. So, Batman of course is also an explosion. He makes black contact lenses to help him out, and then the 10-eyed man attacks Batman. And Alfred has to end up helping Batman by coordinating instructions to him through the microphone. So Batman...
But he's really bad, so it's like hot, cold.
He's just on the ground getting punched repeatedly. Cold, you're very cold, Bruce.
Bruce, you're so
Bruce,
cold. I mean, Batman.
He's just dead in the puddle. Anytime now you want to get up there now, Bruce. That'd be great.
That'd be ideal there now.
Don't walk off that mountain, Bruce. Oh, go left. Oh, sorry, I meant right. Oh, he's dead.
He's very dead.
Oh, I'm very old. I have to go make sandwiches for little Dickie.
My eyes.
My eyes. So, 10-eyed man sees his chance. Batman, he's got his retinas done. He hasn't had the same surgery, Sean. Batman's only working off the same 2 eyes and he's a bit blurry. So in this issue, 10-eyed man thinks, this is my big moment. I'm going to take out the Bat. And he attacks him.
This is it. He attacks him, straight up attacks him.
Straight up. And he's winning, Sean. He's kicking the shit out of Batman for a long time. However, his big downfall was that Batman found out that the 10-eyed man can see through his hands, and through his hands exclusively.
So if his hands are doing literally anything...
So, Batman, you might be surprised to hear how he's defeated. The 10-eyed man, he's the most dangerous operator in the DC universe, Sean, so it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot to take him down.
Absolutely. It's going to take some eye drops.
Yeah, possibly maybe some sunglasses. I don't know. Batman used this to his advantage, Sean, by using his cape to wrap up the 10-eyed man's hands and then punched him until he was unconscious.
See, he's a bad sport, Batman, isn't he?
This guy is winning. This blind guy is winning this fight and he just wraps up his hands and just keeps punching him.
Yeah, he's... Like, there's no fight there once he can't see him. He could just arrest him.
No, he had to punch him until he was unconscious.
That's amazing.
So that's the first appearance of the 10-eyed man, Sean. He's only appeared 3 times in comic books, and this was rare.
Each time with more eyes.
He's got 10 toes. I mean, it's there if he needs it. But the second time he appears is also the 1970s, and he's shown that he still has nightmares about what happened to him. About Batman attacking him.
Beating the shit out of him.
Now, in fairness, he attacked Batman, who was also slightly blind. So it was.
But I'm sure he still blames Batman.
Oh, absolutely. He blames Batman for the warehouse. It's a classic trope, as we said. So he wakes up one night in his apartment following a nightmare involving Batman attacking him, Sean. And
Batman is actually there punching him.
Just punching him. Bruce Wayne's always standing above your bed just punching you. No, Batman is attacking him with a flamethrower in the dream. And
good God.
The 10-eyed man finds himself unable to see, thinking that Batman blinded him again, only to remember that he had placed gloves on his hands.
Fuck's sake. Why would he wear gloves?
To bed.
What? What? That makes no sense.
So he wakes up in the middle of the night and he's like, oh my God, Batman's blinded me again. I can't see. Oh wait, no, I'm just wearing gloves.
What? My sleepy gloves.
Sleepy bye-bye gloves.
Is it like wearing an eye mask, maybe?
Yeah, he had to do that since his eyes don't have eyelids, Sean.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's rough.
So he then goes to apply. Oh, fuck's sake. That is rough. He then goes to apply for a job as an air marshal, Sean. You think maybe he shouldn't go for any of these jobs due to the fact that he can only use his hands to see.
An air marshal?
Yeah.
Is that involved with a lot of typing on a keyboard?
That'd be worse. No, is it not the guy in the middle of the airport who's like got the lights and he's directing the... Although you're still holding the lights.
Yeah, your hands are still busy. Okay, it's better than if you had said, oh, he went to become a blacksmith or something.
Yeah. So he makes pottery now. So this is a second appearance, Sean. You're thinking, how's he going to one up the fact that he tried to beat up a blind Batman? Well, this time he thinks, I fought him on his terms last time. This time, I'm going to fight him on my terms. So he goes for the job as the air marshal, and he gets it, Sean. And not only does he get it, he plans to have his revenge on the Bat. So he hijacks the aeroplane as a way to lure Batman to Vietnam. His home.
Oh, his home. Of course.
Even though he's only been there for, like, I'm assuming maybe 2 years when he was at war.
Yeah, and it wasn't a holiday either, like.
No, it wasn't a trip you'd want to go on again. So he brings Batman to the jungle. And he tries to blind Batman with a chemical grenade.
And he ends up blinding himself.
However, Batman places 10-eyed mans in a mud pool so that Batman can then punch him until he is subdued.
And does the comic portray this as the greatest idea anyone's ever had?
Yes.
Good. Excellent. Why not?
Amazing. I love the fact he's like, I'll bring him to Vietnam, I'll get him blind, and then I'll beat him. Oh no, my hands are in mud. Oh no, I can't see.
I'll get him on my turf.
Damn you, mud. He couldn't have predicted that there was going to be a mud pool, Sean.
Oh, who could, Connor?
No, who could? So, he gets sent to jail, and when incarcerated at Gotham State Penitentiary, the 10-eyed man was kept in a jail cell where the correction officers had his hands locked in a special box that kept him blind all day and night because with eyes on his fingers... Hang on, wait till you hear this. This is their excuse for why they kept him in a box and blind. Because with eyes on his fingers, escape would be child's play for him.
Would it though?
That was my question.
He can't pick a lock.
This is very much like in the 70s, they're like, this guy's the most powerful villain ever. And everyone's kind of like, well, logically, not really.
No, he's not doing well, like.
No. See, they say that escape would be child's play for him. But then it says, although precisely how this would be the case was not elaborated upon.
Oh, good. He's the greatest escape artist in the world.
Yeah. So, because of his indisputably unique ability, Sean, he was employed one more time. His last appearance in comic books, I think he appears in the New 52, but this is before the New 52. He was employed one more time in comic books as a villain worthy to attack Man-Bat. So he's no longer going after Batman.
He's gotten confused.
He's now going after Man-Bat. So he can't see that well, Sean, in fairness to him. So, like, it looks very similar.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. I was judging too harshly.
He was even provided a supervillain costume to go with his talents. Now, Sean, this supervillain costume is very intricate. It's got eyes everywhere.
Gee, okay.
Yes.
Do they work?
It's good. Oh, absolutely not in any way, but they're sewn in very well.
Oh, good, okay.
Look lovely.
Jeez, like, he's basing everything around the eye thing.
Yes.
But he doesn't really have them.
He's never won a fight.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, he's just been consistently kicked the shit out of.
He gets like a 10-second spurt in every fight where he's slightly winning due to like blinding Batman, and then Batman somehow still just dips his hands in some sort of thing and just beats the shit out of him.
Yeah.
So, Sean, you're thinking, how does he defeat Man-Bat? Well, during this fight, Man-Bat decided... actually, the question then becomes, how does Man-Bat defeat him? Because you got to take the big man down. How would you do... You have to do something with the hand, Sean.
Yeah, boxing gloves, maybe?
Boxing gloves is good, yes. Well, Man-Bat decided to throw a shrub at him, where Ten-Eyed Man... A shrub. Ten-Eyed Man caught the shrub, Sean. And shrubs can be spiky little feckers, Sean, because the Ten-Eyed Man hurt his eyes when he caught it.
Good fuck's sake.
You know when someone throws you a ball and you just catch it?
Yeah, just instinct.
Man-Bat threw him a fucking shrub, but he's like, oh God, oh no.
So, like, for all the years he's had this, he hasn't trained that out of himself.
No, absolutely not. He just loves football.
Just mad about it.
So Man-Bat had to run away from the fight and get his breath back because he was under pressure, Sean. So he then, upon fighting the Ten-Eyed Man, he was preparing to fire a magnesium flare bomb. Man-Bat forced the Ten-Eyed Man into dropping the bomb enough to emit a blind light that caused the Ten-Eyed Man to be temporarily blinded and fall off a building.
And die? I hope he died.
He died because during the Crisis on Infinite Earth storyline from 86, Ten-Eyed Man was accidentally killed by Anti-Monitor's shadow demons. It was reportedly at the specific request of Marv Wolfman, the writer, to put him among a list of characters that he wanted to kill first.
Jesus! Because I really don't like this guy.
So, he was created in the 70s. He appeared 3 times. He was defeated by Batman's cape, Batman's cape and getting punched to death, Batman putting his hands in a mud pool and getting punched to death, and falling off a building after getting a shrub thrown at him.
Fucking hell.
So
he's done nothing.
Very, very little now. Very little. He joined those guards at the start, though, in fairness to him. So,
well, that's true. He was part of a gang.
He was part of a gang and he was real cool. So Marv Wolfman specifically in 1986 said, kill him. Kill him the first chance you get.
And draw me killing him.
Yeah, I want to kill him myself. So in the New 52 he came back for a little bit. Grant Morrison wrote him in the New 52, which is hilarious.
So is he still technically around then in the New 52?
He's technically around. Then it was rewritten that the Ten-Eyed Man was, like the 10 rings in Marvel. Like there was 10 blind ninjas, I think it was. So like there was the Ten-Eyed crew. So like, or the Ten-Eyed ninjas. I don't know what the 10-Eyed assassins. One of them. But like
the Ten-Eyed crew. The
Ten-Eyed crew. There was basically 10 assassins. And they were all blind, but they were all like really good fighters, which is a cooler thing. But I like the Ten-Eyed Man for his simplicity, that they somehow transported his eyes and his optical nerves to his fingers because they thought that would be a cool thing. Now, his powers and abilities, Sean. The Ten-Eyed Man can see through optic nerves at his fingertips, giving him a complete 360 view and limited periscopic vision. His enhanced vision augments his special... What?
That just means he can hold up his hand and look.
Yeah, sorry, no, I think that's a very impressive power. What do you think?
He can get an extra, foot of height, maybe.
Like, if he's in war, he's just hiding behind somebody. All you just see is his hand go up and he just rotates it around. I can see everything. His enhanced vision augments his special forces training, making him a superb fighter and marksman. That see now,
how was he meant to look down a scope?
It's going to be very difficult, I would assume.
That seems like a major flaw in this character.
Just that one.
That's the only flaw I can find.
Yeah, you're dead right. So, that is the end of my Ten-Eyed Man, I should say. I didn't want to underestimate him. The Ten-Eyed Man and his powers and abilities. I think he could beat maybe Bane and maybe Superman in a fight. What do you think?
I think he could take on Apocalypse.
Yeah, no, I think so.
And win.
Yeah.
He's one of the most bafflingly nonsensical characters you've ever covered.
It's worse because he was created in the 70s. If he's created in the 40s, where they're just throwing shit at the wall, I'm okay with it. But the 70s, they should know better.
You should have that a bit more nailed down.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like stupid characters, but he's like... It feels like they tried with him.
Yeah, that's worse.
It still didn't work.
It's like, someone came up, what about a guy with 10 eyes? And it's like, oh fuck, that's really cool.
That's actually interesting, yeah.
What if he's blind? Wait, okay, you're losing me. What if his 10 eyes are on his fingertips? He's done it again.
Give that man a raise.
What's your name, sir? Stan Lee. Well done, Stan.
Now you're fired.
Go back to Marvel where you belong. I think the 10-eyed man is... I wanted to cover him for 50 because he doesn't get the respect he deserves, Sean, and I think me and you, we gotta respect the man. He can see 360 vision when he moves his hand slightly. I mean, that's a pretty powerful power.
Yes, he'll catch a shrub if you throw it at him.
Oh yeah, now he can be defeated if you just throw it. Like, imagine poking your eye into a shrub. He does that 10 times. That's going to take anybody down.
You know what? You're right. He didn't deserve what he got. I think we should just release this on week 52 instead of the Nightwing episode.
So, which is worse? Him forgetting he wore gloves to bed and thinking he was blind when he woke up, blinder I should say, or him catching a shrub that defeated him?
It's definitely the gloves. Because why would you do that to yourself?
Because how is he meant to sleep? He can't blink.
But he can close... Well, I suppose he can't... He can close his fists or put his hands under the covers.
I mean, you could, I suppose. Oh yeah, put your hand under the covers. That makes sense.
Yeah. So
yeah. No, you're right. You've talked logic into this very illogical character.
I've done it again.
Sean, I think this could be the worst Hero Zero we've ever done.
In terms of character or in terms of quality?
Yeah, I think he's the worst character ever.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because he's... I don't know. There's no reason for him to exist.
No. There's so many of these characters that I could choose. Just like a Batman character that appears 4 times. And they're always just fucking ridiculous.
They make no sense.
No sense whatsoever. They're just throwing shit at the wall.
Well, look, some of it stuck, I suppose.
Exactly. And we will continue to throw shit at the wall every single week until something sticks. Sean, would you like to take us out? Yeah.
Thank you everyone for listening to this 51st, technically, episode of Hero or Zero. We'll be back on Monday with an episode of Movie Mondays, Wednesday with Weird News Wednesdays, and next Friday with another episode of Hero or Zero. It'll be my week.
Woo!
If you would like to support the show, we do have a Patreon account, patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. Thanks to everyone who supports us over there. And if you can't support, don't worry about it. The best way you can help us out is by telling one human being that we exist.
Good stuff. Also, we're recording this on a Friday. We were going to record last night, but I'm going to call Sean out of shit. He forgot to bring a battery and he couldn't find one in his whole house. And so, if you think we're professional after getting the 50 episodes, we have a man who couldn't find a battery.
Well, look, I found batteries. They just weren't the right size.
Of course.
Look, I have a pack of batteries now.
The only ones you have are the massive ones.
Yeah, D batteries.
I could only find 4 car batteries.
Just they're all hooked up in my front room.
Electricity is everywhere. So did you mention Twitter and Instagram and all that?
I was about to, and then you started talking shit about it.
I do apologise. I just like to talk shit about you. Go on.
You can follow us on Facebook, Heroes for Hire Podcast, Twitter @Heroes for Hire Pod, Instagram Heroes for Hire Podcast, or you can email us heroesforhire_@outlook.com.
Yay. And if you want to leave a review or a like on iTunes, the thing is that really help it out. I don't know what the algorithm is like, don't know how maths works, but apparently it helps. I don't know why, it just does.
I want to be top of the charts in Serbia.
Yeah. That's a good shout. I don't think we've ever appeared in the Serbian chart, so this could be a big step up.
Well, this one goes out to our Serbian listeners.
John, Frank, fair play to you lads. Serbian called Frank. So, yeah, I've been Conor Lawler.
I've been Sean Mean.
And we'll see you next week, guys. Bye.